Chikandwa village in Mukono district is about 30 kilometers from Kampala, but it has never had safe drinking water. The residents get their water from this stream, which they share with animals. The locals say their attempts to get clean water have over the years been frustrated by district leaders who have refused to construct for them safe water sources.
Mud comes from uphill and enters the river. We have no choice but to use the same water source for domestic use. Even Pentecostal believers carry out baptism from here.
We have appealed to our leaders several times, but they are not responding.
For a long time, this has been the only source of water for this parish. And for Mr. and Mrs. Musoke, it might be so until the end of their lives, unless a new water source is built. But there's no doubt this is much more important to their crops than to their kitchen. The Chikandwa residents are not the only ones facing this problem. Residents living in landing sites in the district also complain of lack of adequate safe water, as well as latrines.
Boreholes were brought here, but they broke down immediately. And so people here resort to the lake water. But I tell them to boil the water before drinking.
Some of these fishermen think if you use a toilet or a latrine, when you go tomorrow for fishing, you will not catch fish.
District leaders, however, say the funding is too little to help them implement the community's demands. The district receives 500 million shillings each year from the Ministry of Water and Environment under the District Water and Sanitation Conditional Grant.
What we can only do now for those upcoming RGCs is to construct piped water supply systems there, which we cannot.
The most important here is to really see how to generate more local revenue, we as a district also, to finance our own budgets.
Whereas Mukono district is attempting to revamp its network through installing a gravity flow scheme and a host of other measures, the challenge is still enormous.
Rainwater harvesting is one of the most viable options for everyone.
We have up to 366 boreholes. And when you apportion that to the population of 600,000, it means that one borehole will serve up to 1,600 people. And yet, by standard, one borehole should serve up to 300 people.
Just like in most parts of the country, operation and maintenance is still a big challenge in Mukono.
We repair boreholes which are beyond the means of the community to repair.
After putting the water user committee, establishing and training the water user committee, it can work for a month or two, and thereafter you'll find a few members.
A consortium of NGOs working on the water and sanitation sector under the Uganda Water and Sanitation NGO Network, UWASNET, believe that the government should allocate more money to the water sector. A number of NGOs are operating in partnership with the district to improve water and sanitation. But district leaders say there's need for the NGOs to harmonize their work plans with those of the local authorities.
We are now working out a strategic investment plan that we intend to share with all stakeholders and see where can each one enter from.
According to the district leaders, part of Mukono's water problem is the late release of money from the government. Mukono district is, however, not standing by, waiting for help from elsewhere. Its leaders are now in the final stages of procuring a drilling machine, which is expected to drastically reduce the cost of drilling boreholes.
When we have this drilling rig, we may spend up to about 4 million in one borehole, in terms of the pipes, in terms of the fuel. So we are going to save about 10 million per borehole.
This development will make Mukono the first district in the country to have its own drilling machine. Once the machine is delivered, Mr. and Mrs. Musoke will be drawing water from a borehole for the first time in their lives. Moses Akena, NTV.